Dear friends, thank you all for coming today. How exciting it must be for you to finally see the old wolf out of his den. You know, it's not easy when you're 147 years old to fight with your bodyguards to get out of your lair. Today, I'm not cheating. My whole speech is in there. It's true, even the eldest can make their brain work pretty well. Now, for the reason we all gathered here today. First, I need to tell you a story. I won't blame you if you can't believe it now, but once I was 25 and a young soul. I was dreaming of a perfect life, traveling the world, having a family of my own. Reaching that point where I wouldn't want to change a single thing to my life. And friends, I got it. I met the most beautiful inside-out lady I could have ever dreamed of. I had the best days of my life with her. I will never forget the moment we met, our first date, and all the following ones. And the day she finally moved in with me. And more importantly, the day she chose to marry me and committed herself officially to me.
J'ai un tour d'affel dans mon pantalon.
Will you marry me? Then I was lucky enough for life to give me two sweet, loving and perfect children whom I couldn't have been more proud of. To sum up, I had a perfect life with perfect people in it, a life that I never wanted to lose. I wanted to keep this happiness forever. Who wouldn't want this, right? At the time, I was a scientist at the Dreamworld Institute, a researcher to be more precise. So I chose to give a shot at trying to find a way to keep eternally that happiness. After years of research and ineffective tests, I finally found the miracle formula. And that's how the everlasting pill was created. As most of you know, it was a huge success. All around the world, people threw themselves onto it, and after only a week, 1/4 of the world already possessed it. I was in heaven. I've realized my dream of living forever, being able to spend the eternity in my wonderful life, and, more than that, I've made my stand in history. But something I didn't predict was after 10 years of taking it on a regular basis, the effects of everlasting would be irredeemable. Nowadays, the power of everlasting runs through your veins. It became a natural feature of the humankind. Your cells can regenerate themselves infinite times, and their aging is growing much slower than 100 years ago. Even when you hurt real badly, when you would have died a century ago, you just go through weeks of unbearable pain, while your cells regenerate and then go back to your life. I first thought it was an amazing consequence. I mean, for us people of the 21st century, not having to be afraid to ever die is the best thing that could have ever happened to us. The first 10 years of the everlasting era were the best of humanity and the best of my family. People of the world were so struck by the possibility my pill gave them. Everyone just started living their dreams. Wars stopped, economy never had been better. But it faded away. People got back to their lives. There was only one major change. Each person cared more about themselves than anybody else. Why do you need to be worried about people you love when you know for sure they're never gonna die? We'd already been alive for almost a century, lived the best of our lives. Now we're just sitting in front of the TV or the computer, condemned to be bored to death. The worst day of my life was when we chose to divorce. The burden of boredom was too heavy for our couple. I will always love her, she will always love me, but we couldn't go on like this anymore. A separation gave me a lot of free time to think about my life, then and now. When you've seen everything there is to see, and you're starting to get too old to do anything other than go to the supermarket, what will you do with your life? Tell me, what do you do? I'm going to tell you. Nothing. You do nothing. You're stuck with all your memories, good and bad, and they're haunting you. You're stuck with all your mental and physical pain. You can't evolve, you can't change, you can't improve. So, I did the only thing I could to quit the hell I'm living. I invented another pill. I still don't know whether to call it freedom or rebirth, but I guess I'd let the choice make my successors. This is the only way to escape the everlasting hell I created. This pill, this tiny little magical pill, is the possibility for humanity to finally die and be born again. In the 147 years of my life, I always told myself that the important was not the destination, it was the journey. But now I realize that every good thing has an end. I can only conclude with this: to have a good journey, you need a destination. This is my final destination. This is my story, and this is how it finally ends.